Year, day 2 of the new year, and this hour is all about thriving in 2025. Now we're going to check off the bucket of health and wellness. How many of you entered the new year thinking about health and wellness? Yes. I did, because at the end of the year, went in for my exam. Blood work came back, high cholesterol. That had never happened. I thought that they got some wrong records. And so I am more mindful than ever before, because I am now a 54-year-old with a 5-year-old, and I'd like to see this race as far as I can. Our next guest, Mark Macdonald, is a nutrition and fitness expert who says that dieting doesn't have to be about depriving ourselves, thank goodness, and that transforming our health is about progress over perfection. He learned that after overcoming his own dieting battles and obsession with food. Take a look at his story.
In 1995, I just finished playing Division I collegiate soccer, and as an athlete, I ate whatever I wanted. Put on 60 pounds in 6 months. Freaked out. Went on a ketogenic diet, cut my calories, cut my carbs, got down to 4% body fat, and lived as a fitness model in LA for the next 2 years, looking amazing and feeling horrible. Then I hit a point where my wife came to me and said, something had to change. Food controlled me. For the past 25 years, I've been working to help lead a movement to end the dieting madness.
Wow. Tam fam, please welcome Mark Macdonald to our family. How are you?
Wow, thank you, Tam fam.
Oh my God, okay. Let's start off, because the audience obviously saw your story there. You athletic, playing soccer.
Yes.
60-pound weight gain.
Yes.
Emotionally, what was going on?
I mean, for me, first off, I love the theme of thriving. So it's such a great show. And for me, I grew up as a mom. My mom was a chronic dieter. I remember walking into her bedroom. I was 7 years old, and she was sitting on her bed crying. And I said, Mom, what's the matter? She said, I gained back all the weight.
Wow.
And for me, that's what I saw my mom struggle with, yo-yo dieting back and forth. And I just thought, well, maybe she had a slower metabolism. Then I watched my dad struggle with digestion. And then myself, as an athlete, I just could eat whatever I wanted.
Yeah. And
I never gained weight. And then the moment I stopped playing soccer, I put on 60 pounds. So it brought me back to that pain of my mom. So I freaked out. I went on a high-protein, high-fat diet, took my body fat down to 3%. And I looked amazing, but I felt horrible.
Right.
And that's the thing. There should be a better way. It's all about balance and thriving. We shouldn't have to have food control us. We should learn how to improve our health 1% at a time.
Interesting. I want to go back to that point, because obviously when the video popped up of you chiseled, all of our reaction, I saw you over there. Everyone's like, woo! And then they hear the words, I looked amazing, but I felt horrible.
Yes.
Because society doesn't tell you that this guy inside is falling apart. Society says this is a dream body, and this is what everybody wants.
Yes, and the challenge with this is that you don't have to have a flat stomach to be healthy. You don't have to have a flat stomach to live your greatest health. And I think that's where we struggle. Now, the extremes is what causes us challenges. So it's not using food to lose weight. It's using food to create hormonal balance. And you can do that with balancing your blood sugar.
You call it to end dieting madness comes with managing blood sugar, which is getting a lot of attention these days. With Glamour magazine called it the great blood sugar boom. Elle magazine says glucose became the new gluten. Wall Street Journal says blood sugar tracking is a health trend. So out of nowhere, it seems, we're talking about blood sugar.
Yes, and you know, Tamron, the cool thing is everyone at home, everyone in the audience, we all need to balance our blood sugar. Because raise your hand if you were once a baby.
Okay.
We're all a baby. So what do babies do? They eat consistently. They have breast milk or formula, which is a balance of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. They stop eating when they're satisfied. They eat again when they're hungry. That's how our body makes energy. So when we come over to the whiteboard, I love to bring the whiteboard. And this is about simplicity. It's not about one size fits all, but this is just how your body works. This is the range you want. It's called 120 to 80. And this is where we want. Ideally, what we want to do is stay balanced. But imagine you wake up and you don't eat breakfast. Your blood sugar drops. When your blood sugar gets low, that makes us crave carbs. We don't crave chicken with low blood sugar. We crave the pasta, the potatoes, the pizza, the donuts. And then that spikes your blood sugar. Then who's ever had that mid-afternoon craving of candy?
Every day.
You know what? That's called low blood sugar. That's what your body's craving.
Do you understand? My entire staff right now is pointing at me because middle of the day, I'm like, can somebody get me a piece of chocolate? Somebody get every day.
And
Every
chocolate
day.
also gives you some caffeine, so you get a mixture of both energy and that gives you the sugar. So this is how people are eating. They're skipping breakfast, maybe not that mid-morning, overeat at lunch, craving sugar here, overeating, and the cycle repeats itself.
And you have this table here because you also found yourself, as you said, falling into this same trap. And
same
so
thing.
This is your journey. So what are we starting out with?
So this was when you saw those pizza days. So when I finished playing soccer, this is what I started to do. I would wake up, I'd have a bagel with some cream cheese.
Right.
I would then have a pizza, and then I'd have a little ice cream. Now, some people do this throughout, and even if you do gluten-free, but this is what I want you to see. We talk about that blood sugar, and this is all of this together. That bagel is about a half a cup of sugar. So if we look at this, half a cup of sugar. Look at that.
Bagel is
That
a half
bagel,
a cup of sugar?
Half a cup of sugar, okay? Now, this pizza is 2 cups of sugar. I mean, sorry, 1 cup, 2 half cups.
Yes.
Right here.
So you're...
Right there, and now let's make it fun. Let's bring the ice cream in, and let's do another half a cup of sugar. And this is what people are doing every single day, right there. That is what causes this blood sugar spike, and then it challenges you. So what do? We freak out.
Yeah.
And then I did high protein, high fat. I take out the carbs. I take my body fat down to 3%, but I crave carbs. This is what I did. I would eat a cheat day, 1 day a week, and then I would be in deprivation for 3 days, suffering of carb withdrawal. Then I would look forward to this cheat day, eating like this. And that's how I live my life. And my wife, who I've been with for 31 years, came to me and said, something's got to change. Food controls me.
Right.
So I said, there's got to be a better way. And that's what we start talking about, balancing blood sugar.
And coming up, Mark is going to show us how to balance our blood sugar and with what we eat every day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We have our Thrive in 2025 challenge going on right now. Go to our social media page, find out where you want to thrive, and we're going to join each other in this effort all year long. Still with us, fitness expert Mark Macdonald. He is with us. We're talking about controlling our blood sugar. Coach, you've got some things that you've done in your own life to help us start our day. This is breakfast?
Yeah, so we talk about protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So we have a simple egg omelet right here where you can just do 2 whole eggs and egg white. Who loves a little berries?
Everybody, I hope.
Right now, coffee, a lot of times black, spikes your blood sugar.
Oh, does it?
People don't know that, yeah.
Without sugar in it?
Without sugar, just coffee, because it gives you that adrenaline. So a little adjustment you can make is something called MCT oil.
Where do you get that?
You can get it anywhere. It's called medium chain triglycerides. It's tasteless fat that you put in there, and it helps slows down that blood sugar spike.
My coffee looks different, though.
I know. You can mix it up. Look.
Looks like oil in my coffee.
You can mix it up.
Does it change the taste?
Doesn't change the taste at all. You want to try it?
Nope.
I'll
try.
That's just a little thing you can do. And you can add a little flavor to it. You can still put some sugar in that. You can do whatever you'd want.
Great lip gloss.
Coconut milk.
So I don't taste it.
No.
But I see it, but I don't taste it.
Because fat slows down digestion, so that little adjustment helps that coffee and breakfast get your body going and helps balance your blood sugar.
Okay, all right. I never heard of this before. That's cool, okay.
Now, another thing you can do, and this is something we hear a lot, it's called apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
And apple cider vinegar has something called acetic acid in it.
Okay.
And what that does, it slows down the breakdown of carbohydrates. So if you put this in your water, now, this does have a taste, so you gotta be a little careful.
I cook a lot with it. I cook a lot with apple cider vinegar. My mother does it, and she swears by it.
I would do that before the breakfast or before this meal. But try it.
Okay.
You'll taste this. Now, this doesn't taste great, but it's worth it. Okay? It kind of gets you going. And then look, that mid-morning.
But I can eat right after.
Yeah, right after.
Yes.
You do a little parfait, like a little yogurt parfait right here. And that's that. I know apple cider vinegar is intense.
Listen, it's not yucky. It's very tart.
Yes.
It tastes like apple cider vinegar. It's okay.
You just don't want to take it straight because it can affect your teeth enamel, so you always put it in water.
All right, so don't take it straight.
Just drink it in some water.
That's a good tip. Okay.
Now, this allows you to not overeat at lunch. How many times do we skip this mid-morning and then you overeat at lunch?
Yeah.
By fueling like this, you don't go in starving. You're not hangry.
Yeah.
You can have a turkey avocado wrap. There's all these cool things you can do to make good food taste good.
Okay.
Now you're satisfied. Instead of that chocolate, you're not craving that. You can do a little edamame, as a little mid-afternoon.
This is aggressive jump. From
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. It could be 1% if you want to have more chocolate.
So you have the 1%
That's
thing.
everything.
What does that mean?
1% means, so like I learned it early when I was 7 years old. I couldn't speak either. So I couldn't form words. And I came home from school and they wanted to hold me back going into second grade. And no one could understand me because my tongue couldn't form words. And I said, I want to keep learning. And my dad came to me and said, we'll do everything to help you be able to speak. And he put a massive 1% on my room. And then he said, you will get better 1% at a time. And I've taken that everywhere. And with your health, you can get better 1%. So maybe you just start with MCT. Maybe you take the apple cider vinegar. Maybe you do one sandwich. Don't worry about changing all at once.
All right,
Thriving.
so 1%.
Yes.
That's all we have to start with. Okay? I like
1%.
it. All right.
And then last, you could have a dinner. This is a little like chili.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
some
looks
chicken
good.
nachos. And you could do a little cinnamon. This is another little boost. Cinnamon helps your body process sugar. It may help your body process sugar a little bit better. So you can add a little cinnamon extract or regular cinnamon into your food. Try that.
I'm sure drinking a lot here. Of course, that's tasty.
So these are little things you can do every single day to improve 1% at a time.
1% at a time. Thank you, Mark Macdonald. Check out Mark on his social media at Mark Macdonald PFC3.